All right, let's get started. Like I said, happy Monday, happy 1st of November. How are you guys liking this millionaire mindset calls? Share on the chat. I would love to know if you guys are tuning in, if you are loving them, if we should keep them, because I personally am super excited to host them for you all. So keep them, keep them, keep them, love them. Okay, awesome. Yay, guys, October was an amazing month. I'm sorry it's a little bit dark in here. I'm still moving, getting everything settled, but November is that time of the year. I went outside this morning for a run super early, and I just felt it felt like November on the 1st. So this is a month to be grateful. This is a month to just take it all in. No matter where you are in your life right now, this is the month to be grateful even for the feelings that we have in our fingertips. To be able to speak, to be able to hear the small things that most people don't think about, we need to be grateful for. So this is the month to be grateful. I want you all to share on the chat what you are grateful for in your life, what you are grateful for. It can be something so small. Think deeply. What are you grateful for? And we are going to practice gratitude all month. So, God, my kids, another day, my health. Health, absolutely. Health is number one. My mom, I love that. My daughter, my kids, my family. I love all of those. So I personally practice gratitude every single day. And one of the things that I'm most grateful for in my life was coming across this business opportunity, because every single day I meet people and I go into places and I come out of places and I'm like, wow, like, man, these people work so hard, like, and they do it for their kids and they do it for their family. And someone somewhere in our family tree had to sacrifice for us to be able to take opportunities right now. And the fact that we can work from our phones, that we can work from home, that some of you are holding your babies right now, that you guys are getting a paycheck on Friday from this little device through a business opportunity is insane. So 3 years ago, I was not in that place at all. So I've been with Monique now like 3 years and 2 months, and it has been the fastest, but also I've done more in these 3 years than I've ever done in my entire life. And 3 years ago, I didn't see life the way that I've seen it now. I have read more books in these last 3 years than I ever did in school and I ever did anywhere. I have learned more about mindset, learned more about the things that they don't teach us in school. Have you all realized that the things that make us successful in real life, they don't teach us in school? I was looking at, well, I'm always looking at, the way that the school system is set up. And I'm like, wait, that's not how, people that are huge business owners run their business. That's not how successful people run it. Like, everybody do things on your own. Don't collaborate. This is the right answer. There's only one right answer. And in life, it's like the total opposite, right? So I have learned more in the last couple of years as an entrepreneur and making, you would say I'm the top 2% or top 1% of the world, right? Other people, the 98% that just stick to the script and are trying to make it happen with that script because it's what they were taught in school, what they were taught growing up, they don't teach them, hey, listen to someone who is already successful and do what they did. Hey, go on YouTube and listen to personal development. Let's talk mindset. How do you feel? Let's talk mental health. How are you? They don't do that. So when I say that in the last 3 years, I have grown the most has been because of my mindset, because of my personal development. And when you tell people around you that are still, you know, in that circle of people that just follow the script, they're like, what is that? What are you doing? I don't have time for that. Like, I'm going partying. It's Friday night. I'm going out with my friends. I'm meeting them at the bar. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I have to work. But that's why you see how my life is. That's why I'm traveling every month. That's why my kid's future is set up. That's why I feel good, because of what I feed my mind. So I am a completely different person, and I always believe that you need to be evolving. You need to be changing. What got you ahead yesterday, it's not what's going to get you ahead tomorrow. And I don't know if you guys have tapped into, I'm always looking into the next 10 years. I don't know if you've tapped into what's coming with social media. It is insane what is coming with social media. It's taking, virtual reality to another level, and we can't stop it. We either move with it or we get left behind. So I want you all to really, for the rest of the year or for the next year, really focus on your mindset. Have you heard the phrase that says, hang out with 5 millionaires and you'll be the fifth? I think that the other phrase is just as important, if not more important. And it's hang out with five small minded people and you will be the fifth. Hang out with people that have a broke mindset and you'll be the fifth. Hang out with people that are like crabs pulling you down and you will be the fifth. And that is the first and hardest thing to realize when you start this business. It's, who do I need to cut out of my life? Like, the people you thought were going to support you are not. The people you thought were going to be like, you go girl, they're not. And it's like taking a bath in cold water. That's what happened to me. I was like, oh shoot, like that's my friend. That was my friend. We went to high school together. We went to college together. Wait, she's making fun of me. Wait, she's saying this, she's saying that. And then I started to dive into mindset because it's hard. And I was like, what is going on? And I realized every successful entrepreneur who has done anything good with their life, the people around them didn't want to see them come up, except for a rare few, which is probably your parents and, the people that truly want the best for you. So I want you all to evaluate your circle. Your circle is your bank account. You guys, this is a real thing. I know that we love people and I know that, it's hard to let go, but if you are around 5 millionaires, you will be the fifth. Why? Because you're going to hear the conversations. You're going to hear how they think. You're going to hear their strategy. You're going to hear that the people with the most money, they don't work the hardest. That's false. That's not true. The people with the most money work probably less than anybody else. Hard work does not equal more money. So when you start hanging around with people that have more than you, that are going to pull you up, that have more than you, so they don't care to share with you how you can get there too. Because the only people that care sharing with you how you can get there too are ones that have less than you. Nobody more successful than you is ever going to not want to share a tip with you. Is never not going to tell you, hey, do this, do that. It's worked for me. So I want you all to understand this little part of your life and audit it as much as you need to. I had to do that. Even if you have to be by yourself, if that's what's going to take to enter the next level of your life, there's 643 of you on this call that could be each other's support system. You are not alone. You can build new relationships. You are not a tree. You can move. And I titled this call The Guide to Making It Happen, because making it happen actually has to do a lot with the things that you're willing to let go of to move to the next level in your life. So, have you all heard the phrase that says, when the vision is clear, the strategy is easy? When the vision is clear, the strategy is easy. So, what is the vision for your life? What do you want your life to look like? And we can change that every single day. Life is not determined by the cards that you were dealt, but how you play your hand. Life is not determined by the cards you were dealt, but how you play your hand. Two types of people. You guys read Rich Dad Poor Dad, staple in entrepreneurship. You need to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. There's two types of people in this world. Do not be the victim. Do not be the one that's like, this happened to me. It's okay that I'm like this because I went through this. There's somebody out there that went through 10 times worse and made it. So don't feel sorry for yourself, because you cannot control what happened to you. I cannot control what happened to me. I can only control what I'm going to do after that. So no matter how unfair we think our hand is, we can't trade it in. Some of you on this call, I would bet, have a sad story. I have a sad story. A lot of us have a sad story, really sad story. Some of us probably are like, whoa, if people know that I went through this, they would care more. No, they wouldn't. So it's important that you all know that life is going to be unfair and it has nothing to do with you. And what are you going to do with that? There is no option to give our hands back to the dealer in hopes of getting a better hand in return. Whatever hand we are dealt with is the hand that we must play. So, what is going to come out of what you went through? What is going to come out of what you are going through right now? Some of you are going through it. I'm going through it. My anxiety is so bad. You all wouldn't even know. You all wouldn't even know how I do a call. My anxiety is super bad. It's how you handle it. It's how you come out of it. It's what you are willing to do for yourself. You are the master of your own destiny. It's you. It's nobody else. And you can influence, you can direct, and you can control your own environment. And you can make your life what you want it to be. A lot of you also have great stories. I'll tell you my story really quickly in less than 2 minutes. I was born in a communist country. So I'm Cuban. I was born in Cuba, where people were dying every day at sea to get out. My dad had to build a small little raft out of whatever he could find, hop a bunch of people on, throw himself at sea with no guarantee of making it to the US so that I could have a better future, maybe, or he could have died and I would still be in Cuba right now. So he risked his life for me to get to the US. And then I got to the US later when I was around 7 years old. And my mom raised me as a single mom, working 2 and 3 jobs because my parents were separated. In 3rd grade, I was walking myself home from school with no phones, with no internet, with nothing. Was walking myself home from school, turning the TV on, watching TV, making myself food. One time I almost burnt the kitchen down making spaghetti because I was like 11 years old because she had to work and she couldn't afford to take a caretaker. I was taking care of myself. So I was raised by a single mom who had to work 2, 3 jobs. My dad had another life. They both are sick and I'm an only child. So what happened then? I turned 18, I got a job, and I started to support my mom and help my mom. That's all I could do. Those were the cards that I was dealt. That's all I could do. So a lot of people have it way worse than me. A lot of people went through that times 10 times worse. And a lot of people had it so much better and had nannies and had caretakers and had this and had that. It doesn't matter how you were raised. What matters is where you know you are going. I couldn't change my cards at 12. I couldn't change my cards at 15. I was a little girl. But when I became an adult, I started to look for opportunity and I started to sacrifice and I started to say, okay, what's going to happen here? My dad didn't risk his life at sea for me to just do nothing with my life. So you find an opportunity and sometimes it comes to you later. Sometimes it comes to you earlier. Money, I didn't find money until I was 23. Before then, I was working late nights in my nursing career, sacrificing, learned all the people skills I needed. Life was getting me ready. God was getting me ready to work in a business like this, to be around people, to share my struggles, to share my sacrifices, to want more. So I found this opportunity and I ran with it. So my first question is to you all, what do you want from your life? Forget what your life looks like right now. Forget what it looks like right now. And you could be grateful for what it looks like right now. I'm so grateful for what my life looks like right now. And it's still okay to want more. You can still be happy with what you have and aim for more. So one of my secrets, and my boyfriend's secrets as well, which Shane has an insane story that he will share. Hopefully later we can do a Millionaire Makers call with him. But he also turned his life around super quickly. And one of our secrets is manifestation, right? But I know that you all will be like, well, that's not tangible. Like, how do you manifest? You can learn how to manifest, but you also need to know what you want out of life exactly down to the way that your sheets are going to feel at night. So I'm going to talk to you all about the perfect day and how you are going to make it happen. If you don't have a clear picture of your perfect day, how can you create meaningful goals to move closer to that day? I'm going to repeat it. If you don't have a clear picture of your perfect day, how can you create meaningful goals to move closer to that day? So after this call, and we're going to start November off like this, I want you all to grab a pen and paper and describe what your perfect day looks like. And that it might be hard. And start from when you wake up and move through each hour of the day. Write down in detail your thoughts and descriptions of what your perfect day looks like, feels like, sounds like, and smells like. And you can use the following questions to get started. Number 1, how would you spend your day? Mine usually starts with coffee every day. It's just part of my routine. So how would you spend your day? Number 2, who are you with? That's just as important as anybody else. Number 3, I love that. Someone says mine starts with prayer. So does mine. Number 3, where are you? Where are you spending that perfect day? Number 4, would you be working? Would you be playing? Both? What would you be doing? And number 5, what are you working for? We all know a life without purpose is a meaningless life. People don't work for money. People work for purpose. People need to find purpose. That's what drives us. So what are you working for? And your actions every day need to align with the person you want to be and make necessary changes. If you want to lose weight, if you want to look a certain way, you want to feel a certain way, what are you eating for breakfast? If you want to help a lot of people, how are you spending your time? If you want to be with your kids, what are you guys doing? Are you baking? Are you in the family room? Are you watching TV? Like, your life could be the total opposite right now of what you want your perfect life to look like. But if you don't have an idea of what your perfect life looks like, get a vision board, like that big. Write down everything on there that you look at every day. What am I working for? What am I working towards? Your actions, last one was, what are you working for? Your actions every day need to align with the person you want to be, and you need to make those necessary changes. And nothing will change if you don't change. And it does not get easier over time. It does not get easier over time. And this is not easy. This is hard. If it was easy, you know what I'm going to say? Everybody would do it. This is hard. This is not easy. Most people lack belief. You can't teach someone belief. You can't teach someone to believe their life is going to be perfect in 10 years. But I believed it and I made it happen. When I was living in my 700 square feet little 1-bedroom apartment with, I paid like $700 in rent, and I was on WIC and I was on food stamps, and I drive a Toyota whatever, you would have told me 3 years later I was going to be in a mansion with a Range Rover and $1 million earner. I would have been like, there's how. I would have just been like, how? But the how is not your problem. The how is not your problem. It's, do you believe that you can get there? Do you believe that it's going to happen for you? Do you believe you deserve it? Because you don't get in life what you want, you get in life who you are. And if you don't believe that you deserve it, or that you could do a lot with that, we got to go back and we got to start with belief. So make time every day to believe that you are that person that can live that perfect day. Don't worry about where the money's coming from. You don't have to know. You can sign up a superstar on your team tomorrow that changes your entire life. You don't have to know how it's going to happen. You just know that you want it to happen. And how hard are you willing to work for the life that you truly want to be living? When I wake up and I have a lot of anxiety, it's easier for me in a perfect world to go clock in and to go clock out for, I don't know, $100 than it is to read a book, take notes, do a mindset call, talk to all of you all. Like, it's easier to just go in, go out, and not have to worry. It's somebody else's problem. It's not my job. It's not my business. I go in, I make the food, and I leave, right? For a job, people just, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. This is my problem. This is my passion. This is my purpose. And this is my business. And a life with no purpose, with no meaning, and with nothing behind it is not going to give you the life that you want. So this month, it's November, and it's an amazing month. And I want you all every day, get with your morning routine, make sacrifices, read, please read. Stop looking for answers. The answers are for free all over YouTube. Look up Ed Milet, look up John Maxwell, look up Mel Robbins, look up Robert Kiyosaki, look up. And listen and listen and listen. Listen to people that have what you want. Don't ask someone who just started this business how to get there. Because it's going to be like the blind leading the blind. You have to learn and you have to take from people that have done it before you. And this month, I want you all to dream bigger. Guys, I am the queen of manifestation because I believe I deserve it. When we launched in Australia, I didn't know a single person in Australia, not one person. And I'm about to have a team with multiple founders, AMM Plus. Why? Because I said, I believe that to the core, like I'm going to find them. They're going to come to me. I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to wake up every day. I'm going to post my content. I'm going to follow them. I'm going to comment. I'm going to do my onboarding. Even if one person shows up, I don't care. You know how many people didn't sign up with me or left the chat or said they were going to sign up? How many onboardings I did that they didn't end up signing up? How many potential calls I did that didn't end up signing up just to get that one or those two that are hitting founder, and it makes it all worth it. So I want you all to ask the world, ask life what you want from it, and life is going to listen. But you need to work for it every day. You need to sacrifice and you need to believe and you need to be the queen of your own destiny. What is important to you? How hard are you willing to work for the life that you want to be living? And I want you all to be the best version of yourself. Most importantly, to be happy, because we need more happy, fulfilled people in this world. We need more people buying Starbucks coffee for the person in the back. We need more people setting up holiday drives. We need more people making a difference. We need more people that this Thanksgiving are going to buy groceries for 10 people because they're so expensive right now. What's going on? Like, we need people that are going to be happy and fulfilled and not miserable because they have to ask for paid time off, because their manager treats them like shit, because they think they have no other options. We need people like us to go and make a difference for people like them, to show them what they can be having. And it's really small. Yesterday, I'll tell you a quick story. My boyfriend went to Dunkin' Donuts, got us some coffee, and he told me when he got in the car, babe, when I got up to the cashier, she didn't want to be there. She was like, hey, how are you? Whatever. And he was like striking up conversation with her, try to make her laugh, try to make her day better, tipped her, which people barely tip at Dunkin', even though she was, not happy. And he's like, when the next person came in, she was like, hi, how are you? How can I help you? And he's like, I watched that happen, how one small gesture changed her entire day. And we need people like us that are willing to do the work, that are willing to treat people better and understand it has nothing to do with us and everything to do with them and make a difference. so that life gives us back in turn what we're asking life for. What are you going to do with all your money? What are you going to do with a fulfilled life? Who are you going to help? How are you going to make a difference? What is going to be your purpose? Okay, so this month, I'm going to end it. We're getting into the 30 minutes. This month, I want you all to dream bigger, bigger than you've ever dreamed before, and have your action match that. No more, oh, I'll get 2 market partners this month. I'll get one VIP. I'm going to do 1 block. Why? You can do a whole neighborhood. There's so many people out there. You can do whatever you want to do, but you need to dream bigger. Big goals, big execution. Small goals, small execution. So your month, your life, the rest of your life is going to depend on the actions that you take every single day. And how you treat your mornings has a big part to do with that. Today it's 9 a.m. You're all gonna, the rest of your day, how's your mindset gonna be? I can do it. I believe in myself. Let's go. Let's work. Let's go live. Let's do this. So maybe you need to start all your mornings like this. You're learning something. Now, when someone tells you something negative, you're like, has nothing to do with me, everything to do with them. Move on, discard. And it changes your entire life. And I'm not a personal development speaker. I'm just reading books and passing notes to you all. There's people out there that will truly change your life if you just listen and invest in yourself. Invest time, because really you don't need money to invest in listening to all these mindset calls. So with that being said, I hope that you all took something from this. I really wanted to talk about making it happen, because making it happen has less to do with the action and the income producing activities and all of those things. It has less to do with that than you think. It has more to do with your belief. It has more to do with your attitude. It has more to do with the way you show up. It has more to do with the way you talk to people. It has more to do with those things than it does with everything else that you think is hard work but is not producing action. Hard work is important, showing up is important, but it needs to be backed up with belief. It needs to be backed up with mindset. It needs to be backed up with adding value. So I hope you all have a great rest of your month. I will see you all on the Real Deal call tonight for first of the month. And that is all, you guys. Bye, and have an amazing rest.